To the strength of your lineup with your heavier weights. What are you telling your guys right now as they prepare for the last swing of this dual meet?
I'm not really telling them anything. They know what to do. They know they got tough bouts coming up, and I mean, we're deep in the season now. So these guys are prepared, and the UNC guys will be prepared too, so they're going to be good matches.
Well, the Fitzgerald just got noisy. I expect it's going to get noisier. Best of luck as we finish strong tonight.
I'd appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
So swing weight number 1 goes to Pitt. Here comes swing weight number 2, 165 pounds. Jared Keslar, the redshirt sophomore, 7-8 this year. Charlie Darracott, the latest addition for Rob Cole, who followed him all the way from Stanford and the West Coast. Darracott wrestling just his second match of the year, has that right leg, drags him back in. Good fight here by Keslar, and he is free.
That was a good fight by Keslar. Good high seat action there by Darracott, but really stout defense there by Keslar.
Charlie Darracott, first year at North Carolina, made his season debut last week against Derek Fields, lost that match to the Wolfpack wrestler 8-6. He spent 4 years out at Stanford, won 45 matches during those 4 years. Best season was 2023, the final year that Rob Cole was his coach. He won 18 matches that season, mainly at 157 pounds, and now here he is, just a second match of the year, filling in at 165, and this is a guy that Cole is really high on when we talked to him this morning.
He sure was, and that was his first match really down to weight, and you cannot overstate how tough it is to get down to the mat and then wrestle. So you can say, did he get down to weight during practice? I'm sure he did. But it's completely different when you come off a scale, the nerves, the crowd, the lights. So this might be a little different Charlie Darracott than what we saw last week. But he's got a tough guy. Keslar was ACC Wrestler of the Week. Another swing match. This is important for both teams.
Inside a minute, no score. Here in this first period, you mentioned Keslar. He was honored earlier this season, picked up a win over Sammy Sasso in the Pitt Ohio State duel, so he was recognized by the conference. Take a look at some of his losses. 7-8 this year, but he has a number of top 10 losses. Garvin of Stanford got him recently. Peyton Hall, West Virginia. Drake Rhodes of South Dakota State. Sophomore from Indian Head, Pennsylvania. PA state champion. Pride of wrestling in this state.
Simmelchild ended up in the first period at 157. One attack by UNC that didn't turn out.
Well, Rock, are you ready for the Cardinal to make their Friday night duel debut? We are certainly heading that way. Next Friday night, it's another ranked matchup. Friday night duels for you. Number 6, NC State welcomes 17th ranked Stanford, who's on a roll. They have that huge duel tonight at home with Virginia Tech. They've won 4 straight. Catch all the action, 7 Eastern, right here on the ACC Network.
That's going to be a dandy. Reynolds Coliseum, they do a good job of home dual meets, especially when Sean Kinney comes to town. They put it all out for him.
We want that noise. We love the noise of Reynolds. There's the escape near the edge as they go into the crowd. Just love this venue here at Fitzgerald. Tight quarters. They have the old wood bleachers. It's just a gritty, it feels Pitt, doesn't it?
I mean, it's built like a pit. It's the center, the spotlight, and you're really looking down at the mat. But with Victory Heights, that facility that Pitt is building, oh, that's going to be so good. Can't wait till we have Friday night duels there.
Yeah, they're anticipating moving into Victory Heights September of 25. They're hoping to host their first meet next, really, you look at it, February of 26. That's the intended goal. So the Panthers and their new digs.
I'm telling you, you talk about pressure on Pitt. If you move into a place called Victory Heights, you better win an awful lot.
Hornet shot there by Keslar, easily corralled by Darracott.
This is playing out like 157, very much so. swing matches, scoring opportunity for UNC at the end of the first. Just an escape in the second. But between the two, Darracott has taken more offense. But it doesn't matter. That's what was happening at 157, and Dylan Evans came up with the win.
It's going to be Darracott's choice as we move into the third period. Now Keslar trying to get some late offense, and he does. Boy, he came out of a cannon that time for three.
Got to the IC and finished quickly. He's got to end this match on top, not giving up a point, and he's doing a good job. 2-1. Watch this shot. High C, finish quickly. Run your feet. As he was going to the mat, you see him bring that other arm around to get to the two legs. Good job to end the period on top. 4-0. Momentum.
There's some of the grittiness inside as you get a look kind of where we're situated above the main row of spectators inside Fitzgerald Fieldhouse. Good crowd on hand. Had a fun time earlier tonight just walking around the track, and the number of high school wrestlers here in attendance. It's really cool to see.
They love wrestling in the Pittsburgh and Northwest PA area.
All right, Darracott with some work to do, and that's a good start for the graduate student from Buford, Georgia. He is away quickly. Riding time not a factor. Key match here at 165.
I like Keslar's stance. He really has a good stance. He's not too defensive, but he's also leaning forward to create opportunities. So at this point, we know that Darracott has the ability to attack, but he hasn't been able to finish. And as soon as Keslar got in on the shot, he finished quickly.
Right, Darracott might have had an opening there, but he put on the brakes.
Just look at the body motions. Keslar staying in the stance. After you see an attack by Darracott, he kind of stands up, which is indicative that he's getting a little tired.
Again, this is just his second match of the year, so you talk about, what's that blood looking like as it's flowing inside his body, the oxygen. Kind of came in on a shot, smothered there by Keslar.
Keslar is wrestling well. He's staying in the stance, he's defending, and he's still staying in the pit. When I say the pit, the P, the I, the TT. That's where you want to be. That avoid saying stall. You see, he's turned around and he's staying right in the yellow piece. That's how you wrestle a third period. Stay in the middle. Look at him, right there.
Not budging an inch, controlling his territory in the center, short time. Keslar, who grew up just outside Pittsburgh, Indian Head, and the local products for the Panthers at 57 and 65, getting them back into it.
Good job. Wrestled a very smart match. One shot, one clean finish, 3 points, and then got an escape. Looked really solid throughout that match. Good wrestling there by Keslar.